Children are incredibly imaginative individuals, and therefore need a teacher and an overall school environment that will implement creativity into the curriculum successfully, resulting in well-educated, confident children of the modern age. Ken Robinson states that creativity now is as important in education as literacy, and we should treat it with the same status. He also goes on to say, however, that we are educating people out of their creative capacities. In a culture obsessed with assessment and grades, it is even more important for teachers to push the boundaries of their stereotypical lessons and use the technology that surrounds them and their pupils in order to turn the lesson into the most interesting hour they will have. Creating and exploring sites independently, such as Prezi and Scratch, allow children the chance to build upon their own knowledge. They have the chance to find out the rights and wrongs of the site and therefore are creating new knowledge themselves. This links in very well with the theory of constructionism by Papert and Harrell, who explained that the connotation of learning is like building knowledge structures in a context where the learner is consciously engaged in constructing a public entity. According to the new national curriculum, a high-quality computing education equips pupils to use computational thinking and creativity to understand and change the world. This is reflected in the incredibly similar attainment targets set out by the National Advisory Committee on Creative and Culture Education, which explains 4 characteristics as you can see here, one of them including that the activity should have a purpose. I really like this target as it shows teachers what they should be doing, encouraging children to aim for a goal at the end of the activity, one which would develop their knowledge and have a high level of relevance for them in real life and the future. It can be difficult for teachers who already feel like they do not have enough expertise in the ICT area, but when there is pressure on ensuring such a high amount of people pass the year, it can be clear to see why teachers often teach ICT in a very formulaic way and omit any creativity. This has been noticed, and people and groups have responded to this. Figures of authority such as Michael Gove and changes in the National Advisory Committee on Creative and Cultural Education have made their view very clear. Michael Gove stated that ICT for many pupils is seen as dull. He said, basically, ICT teaches people how to fill in spreadsheets and create Microsoft documents. To quote him, I want to make sure students, instead of just using the apps of today, create the apps of tomorrow. Upon reflection, using the words of Sutherland, if teachers embed ICT into a subject effectively, those same teachers will embrace learning for themselves. And this shows that digital technology will not only help children and their learning, but teachers will learn from it every day as well. I think this is absolutely key because once teachers understand how to use digital technology effectively within a range of subjects, they will see how it can be an integral part of the lesson that will help progression of students towards their end learning goal. For example, during placement, I use digital technology in the form of online bar charts for children to continue their math lesson on representation. What is also effective about adopting digital technology in the classroom is that the teacher moves away from leading the class to encouraging collaboration from other pupils. They can all help each other, as is reflected in Vygotski's zone of proximal development. Teachers who use digital technology provide children with the opportunity to relate their everyday work to reality, using interesting and relative contexts. Therefore, I believe that although there will always be pressure on final grades and so on and so forth, teachers should take digital technology and use it in various subjects and activities in order to inspire their pupils to be creative beings.